Thank you for being here today. On October 29th, which was a Sunday, early in the morning I had people pounding on my door like there was some kind of an emergency. I was in the middle of doing a data transfer to a backup drive on my computer. I went to the door, it was DTE. There were 4 trucks, there was probably 8 people. They were milling around my yard. My neighbors were concerned about it. They came over and talked to me later. Man came to my door and said, we're here to put a smart meter on your house. I said, will that cut my power off? He says, yes, it will. I said, I'm transferring data from one hard drive to another. I says, you can't stop it right now. It says, do not shut off computer. He says, too bad, we're going to do it. He had mentioned that they're going to be in the neighborhood doing other homes. I said, can you go to another home and come back? He says, no, you got a choice. Either let us do it now or we cut off your power. So I thought, well, either way they're going to cut my power. I might as well have them put the smart meters on. So I allowed them to put the smart meters on. I had 2, a regular and an interruptible one. They set the meters on the ground. I picked one up and said, I'd like to keep one. They said, well, you can't keep it. I said, this meter's been in this house since 1952 when it was built. He goes, you can't have it. We argued back and forth about it politely. I mean, it was not a violent or accelerated argument. We just debated. He goes, you know what, we're leaving. I said, okay. And he said, then we're cutting your wires. I said, if you're cutting my wires because of this meter, take it. It isn't that important. He goes, nope, too late, we're cutting your wires. I had smart meters on my house. They were functional, they were operating, they were registering usage of electricity. They all left. They were gone for 10 minutes. They went to the trouble to come back 10 minutes later, the same exact people, and go in my backyard and take a lopper and snip the wires at the pole, and they laughed about it, and they thought it was funny. And that's the kind of monster you're dealing with now. They don't have to answer to anybody, and they know it. And that has to change. I mean, these people are out of hand. And I called DTE all day that day. They kept saying, we have no idea. We're backed up on fixing meters and lines. I said, why would you cut a line if you're already backed up? Why would you create more work? You had the meters on my house. All day Sunday, all day Monday, no meter. I'm on a sump. I've got a bucket bail in my sump. My house is cold. Finally, on Tuesday, I drive down to DTE headquarters. The first thing they tell me is, sir, this place is not for customers. You need to leave. I said, well, I need to talk to somebody. And they were going to throw me out, and then one of the more benevolent security guards says, let me see if I can find somebody for you. And they did. I waited an hour and a half. Finally, a lady came down into the lobby and spoke with me and told me, we'll put your power on by the end of the day today. I said, I shouldn't have had to come down here to get my power turned back on, and you shouldn't have cut it off in the first place. But I thought it's useless to argue with her, so I left. I filed a complaint with the MPSC. DTE told the MPSC that they restored the power on the same day they cut the wires, which was an outright lie. They cannot be trusted, and they are bullies. They're out of hand. And you should know this by now. I mean, you've heard enough testimony. We shouldn't even need to be here today. At this point, you should put the clamps on that company because they are way out of hand, and there's nowhere else to go. They're a monopoly, and we all know it. So I'm asking you to really stand up for the voters here.
Dan, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.